Hey guys, welcome back to your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we bring to you the new and exciting outdoor line backpack 25 litre from Peak Design. Oh yeah, Peak Design are launching their new outdoor line backpacks along with some of their slings, which we will be reviewing here over on the channel. This is live now over on Kickstarter for you to just go ahead and check out. We would be forever grateful if you could use our links below. They go into a bit of detail with regards to their products and stuff, but today I'm going to go through everything for you. We're going to run through a wee fit check, water test, pros and cons. We'll do an airline test. I'm also going to pack this bike up for you so you can kind of see what you can get into, so you can skip ahead. I'll section it all off so you can see what you want and see what you need. If there is anything and you're thinking, God, I would have loved to have known that, or God, I would have loved to have seen it packed up such and such way, then just pop a wee comment below and I'm happy to make a short, or if you head over to the community section, I'm happy to add some more photos. So yeah, let's get cracking on. So what are they actually launching? They are launching this, which is the 25 litre. They have this but in the 45 litre, and then they are releasing an outdoor sling, a 7 litre and a 2 litre. Each will have their own individual reviews on the channel as well. They've also sent out some packing cubes and things that go well with the backpack as well that you can buy separately. So again, as mentioned, I will section off and pack it as best as I can in regards to just everyday kind of use to kind of camera gear as well, so you can kind of see how the camera cubes fit into this as well, because I guess with Peak Design they're kind of known for their camera gear equipment, so it's good to know whether or not you can get all that into this new bad boy. In my top best roll top backpack roundup review, I did mention if Peak Design had a roll top, then they would definitely be put into the review for best camera gear. That's interesting while testing this out as well. Would it have still gone into the review? Is there things that can be improved, etc, etc. Now, I do highly recommend just leaving your comments below what you like, what you don't like, and I can reiterate that back to the team over in Peak Design, because they want to essentially make the best backpack for you. This is on Kickstarter, but there is room for improvement as always with anyone's kind of backpacks, any brand's kind of backpack. So they are happy to hear constructive criticism if you do have some ideas or things that you would change. Obviously, they can't please everyone, but they're doing a good job and a good start at branching out to the outdoor line. What is outdoor? Like literally stepping outside the door, or are we thinking this is more like a hiking bag? We'll see. Let me know in the comments. On that note, Peak Design haven't told me to say anything. They are genuinely just out here for honest reviews. They're out here for your input, for my input, to kind of just get really good feedback and then ultimately giving the best backpack that they can to you guys. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. Also, don't mind my antennas. Antennas, what are they called? Those things that Alien has? Or like, I don't know. English is my first language, would you know? Right, but it's staying there because that's the only smallest tripod I could get, so deal with it. So the price is subject to change. As of now, this is priced around $250 US. So this is waterproof, PFAS free, TPU coating. Now what I'm really good at is losing things, and I've lost the label, because Peak Design are really good at describing and giving you details on their products. When they send you out a product, they'll have a little pocket book kind of thing that'll tell you things, but I've lost the 25 litre one. If anything has changed in terms of material, I will pop it on the screen, but I'm just going to give you an example from the 45 litre because it's pretty much the same material. It is Terra Shell 210D ripstop nylon fabric, blue signed, approved, PFAS free. Now, the only thing that might change for this one is the 210D, which once I find this label, because it is somewhere, I will pop it on the screen if it has changed. Now, for the dimensions, there is nothing on this for the 45 litre, so I'm assuming there ain't gonna be anything for the, whatchamacallit, the 25 litre. It does compress down to 20 litres and expands up to 25 litres, so that is handy to know. But what you want to know is, what is the size right now, like this, and that's what I'm going to give you. So length, bottom to the handle. Why do I make things complicated for myself? I ask myself on a daily. Let's do bottom to the handle. is 21 inches, so 53 centimeters. This is a rough. And then, shall we do bottom to, not including the handle, about 19 and a half, so about 49.5 centimeters. Then across, you've got 10 and a half inches, so roughly around 27 centimeters. This is very rough. Don't come at me. This here depth, the bottom here is about 5.5 inches, roughly 14 centimeters. So that just gives you a bit of an idea when it's in this kind of mode. And if you want, sorry, these are packed out. I should probably give you the size of the pocket. Lord have mercy, don't click off the video. I am rather slow. Okay, with those packed out, about 16 and a half inches across with those packed out, those two side pockets. This front pocket here, about 10.5 inches by 26 centimeters. Just trying to give you all the rough estimations. And roughly for a wee weight, it is 2.54 pounds when it is not fully packed. So pretty lightweight. So in terms of the colors, as it stands for now, you've got three colors. You've got the black, the cloud, and the eclipse. So this is the eclipse color. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's like a deep purple, like a plum. Stunning. The white now, it's grand. But if you're anything like myself and one, lazy, and two, cannot be bothered to maintain a bag, then I wouldn't offer the white. Just because it's a bit of effort and then it'll probably get stuck to it and yada yada. But in terms of this colour, great, really easy to wipe down as well. So it doesn't like cling to it as much as I would imagine it would with the white colour. So in terms of the shape and style, interesting. It's really giving me like tropic feel vibes. Am I going to get hate for that? I don't really know, but it just has that same kind of look and feel, like something they would probably put together. A bit of a seamless design, but also I guess tropic feel a bit more modular in that. Now with it, it does have a little bit of flexibility here on the front in the main body of the bag, but the back here is very, so it's stuck like that. There is no flexibility with this back, which is good because that's where your laptop compartment is going to be. Now, it doesn't sit up by itself. The bottom isn't overly padded. It's padded where you need it in terms of your laptop compartment. So when you are setting the bag down, just be aware of it rolling forward. If it rolls back, you're grand because it's well padded. The front isn't as padded as I would like, and you just have to be aware of maybe getting this scratch. So it's that kind of material that is easy to clean. I would wonder over a period of time if that would pick up on scratches a bit more. Through testing, it has been grand. It's been fired about to see, but I would be wary, although it's definitely better to maintain this colour and the black colour than it would be the white. When I think about an outdoors line, I do think automatically about being active outdoors with the backpack and maybe for hiking and things. I guess what the aim of this is for them to seamlessly fit their equipment that they have over on their website, such as their camera cubes, their capture clips, everything, to seamlessly work inside their backpacks, whether it be their travel backpacks or this new outdoor line. I think that's what they're trying to achieve, that it becomes less faff and more comfortable. The big difference is that it's not the boxy style that we're kind of used to from Peak Design. They're not really one for the flexibility, so it is interesting and nice to see that we are getting some flexibility with the backpack, because it makes it feel a bit more outdoors and it makes it feel like it can endure a bit more activity. It's less of that hurt dust magnet material, which is nice, and it is a change up from the different kind of style that they usually have. So Peak Design do offer a lifetime warranty that covers manufacturing and defects. They also offer returns and international shipping as well. Things to note just for the moving on of this video, this review. I don't have loads of camera gear. The camera that I have is there. I have one that is here. It's a smaller one, a Canyon one. I don't have big equipment, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to pack it out with camera gear. I can show you that and you'll be able to suss it out a bit better for yourself. So if that's something you're here for, I can't give you that. Thing to note, The hip belt goes well with the 25 litre and the 45 litre. It is not included. The Rainfly cover is also not included. The hip belt costs around 45 US dollars. Again, the prices will adjust, and the rain cover is 30 US dollars. Again, prices may adjust. Okay, time to get cracking on with the features. So, in terms of the branding here, you've got PD on the front. You've also got some branding on the back as well here on the straps. A little bit of Peak Design on the top here. I'm just catching a glimpse of my hands. Do not be alarmed. CrossFit, tacos, just move on. They also have it embedded in the hardware as well, which is nice. They always have like their custom kind of thing going on. It's embedded. Love it. So what we have first, let's start with these two pockets that are on the outside here. You've got stretchy oil mesh. You also have this hook here. Throughout the bag, you're going to find these little external lashy points, which is great for attaching. Now, you can opt to place a bigger water bottle through there. You could place a tripod through there. It's really just up to you. It does suction around the product depending. I'm going to show you some different sizes in regards to what you can fit in there. A tripod is a good shout just so that you have this to kind of suction it in a bit more, and this is adaptable. This is also great for tightening in the whole bag as a whole. Just depends on how you want to use it. There's a bit of variety to it. Now this pocket does run very long. It is like an overlap, weird kind of design here. You can completely take these off and put them throughout the bag. Like you'll have different moments throughout. You'll see where you can attach the on straps. It just gives you a bit of variety with the bag. Now, in terms of what you can fit in there, let's have a wee run through. Tripod, yes, I know, is absolutely massive. As mentioned, I will be packing this up so you can kind of see what you get into it. So we have a 500 ml and we have a 2 litre. What are you? I think you're a 250. I'll show you it when it is completely packed out. It tells me this isn't going to fit when it is fully packed. I have not tried it with this one. See the stretched it? It runs right down to the bottom. Here, that fits in. So that just gives you a bit of an idea, and you can obviously play about with the space. You're going to know yourself. This just helps show you what you can kind of get into it, and it's going to be different when it is fully packed as well. You do have, as mentioned, some external straps. Say you wanted to place the strap, one of these straps, take them off, place them at the bottom. You could do that. Or if you go over to Peak Design's website, you'll be able to add on straps yourself. Or even if you've owned one of their previous bags, you could add on the black ones, attach them to the bottom. That's pretty great with Peak Design. If you do get a backpack and it comes with those straps, then you can usually use them for a variety of their backpacks as well. So then you do have a side pocket. These are like little pillars. They are quite thin. Your thumb or finger should rest on that to help you pull it, so you're not pulling on that, because that can just be a little rough. Inside here is just space. Kind of acts like a little secret pocket because it is quite hidden here with this flap. As mentioned, just space in there. You could even try and fit a 250 ml. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we can get in. I imagine when the backpack gets packed out, it's going to be a bit harder. Then moving on to the other side, same kind of layout, hidden. Inside this one, there is a key lash as you get it. It has a bit of elastic to it. On both sides, they do have this loophole, so it means depending on how you want to swing the bag around, you can have access to your key lash point. You can just put it on whatever side's a bit more convenient for you, which is super handy. This is a little kind of like plastic clip. It's quite durable. There's a lot, you know, toughness to it. I just prefer their other detachable system, which is still attached to my keys. If you can see this. So yeah, I just prefer that system a bit more. Again, just space in here, no like organization in terms of wee miniature pockets or anything. You can just chuck it in. 2 side pockets, they don't meet, so they are. That'll be your pocket one side. That'll be your pocket on the other side. It's not like it goes through to the other side. They're 2 separate little pockets. So depending on how you swing the bag, or just make sure you're swinging it to the right pocket, because during testing I was swinging it and forgot which side I had my little bits and pieces in. So moving on to the roll top, there is 2 ways in which you can get into this bag. You can come through here, your roll top, or you can go into your clamshell opening. I'll show you both. So to get to the roll top, you've got this tog that is supposed to release. It's just, sometimes I'm a bit daft and I'm like pulling on that when it's fairly simple. Just your gal here needs a few more brain cells, but that just makes it easier then to open up this compartment. You have external straps here. Again, you could take off all these, never see them again, chuck them away and be on your way, but they're there. Plenty of loopholes throughout the bag for you to just play with. In here is your front kind of pocket. I really love how that's picking that up so well. Inside it's just a bit dark. It's just space in here. Then you're going into your roll top here. Can you kind of see that like folded in like so? This is where you're making up for your leaders here. I wouldn't, for whatever reason, if you felt like you wanted to kind of pull this in and keep that like that and have that roll top exposed, just being aware that this is your only closure to it is a magnetic close. So it just means for anti-theft purposes, I probably would have preferred maybe a zip. Now it's just down to you whether you feel secure. It's really up to you as well. Just to mention, this is where if you had a hydration bladder, you could go through the body of the bag. It's really great to show you that hole. Did you see it? No. Meat of the bag. Why did I do that? Why did I complicate that? It's right there. There's the laptop compartment. You can put your hydration pack in there. And then that'll feed through the straps like so down here, and then you have your little tube and you're on your way. Then you've got your main pocket, which I'm going to show you the other way because this way it can become a bit dark. So you could come from the bag at the top like so, and we're going to go through the clamshell opening here. Pillars are definitely really handy for that. Then we have, even shows you the little drip for your hydration pack. Then we have just space, right? Now you could feed a tube through here if you wanted to, all these little loops. Really just a lot for you to figure it out if you wanted to, and I don't use a hydration pack, so I'm not really equipped with that. Also for camera gear, if you had and you wanted to lock them in place, then you can do that. If you have like the little togs and things, you have the options for that. The rest of it is just space, which we're going to pack up in a wee second. Then we have the laptop compartment, which has a false bottom. Mentioned you could use that as your hydration pack. This leads into the back system. Oh no, you can't remove. Elastic. You have a little loophole, a little bit of branding, a little bit of stretch. Let's go ahead and measure it. If you didn't give a hoot about that strap, 17, you want to kind of go 16, you could. This is pretty stretchy, but it's only going to go to there. Then across about 9.5. Do you see that? Slightly under I'd go. Now I have 2 laptops here to show you. The Acer 12-inch, obviously. Being aware of that. Then we have the 14-inch MacBook. Like so. So their advice is definitely a 16-inch max. So this is a 14. That just gives you a bit of an idea. So moving on to the back system here, you do have thick, chunky straps. These are a bit chunkier here on the top, and then it goes into like a flat position, which we'll get into a bit more when we get into the fit check. You can detach these at the top. It's just a bit of a nightmare to get it back in, and to be honest, I haven't opted to detach them. If you do, then you are left with a little loophole. My only confusion is, and I'm sure you will let me know, is that if I'm taking this off of the top, but I can't take it off the bottom, what's the point? You do also have a little handle here that's stuck in that kind of form. It's handy just to grab that instead of pulling on the straps. That is nice. The straps do have well padding here as well. Means that if you do want to feed through your tube through that way, then you can do that. You can feed it through the straps, or you can still come from the top. Really just depends. There is those little straps on the inside for you to feed it through if you want to. Then you do have external loopholes. You have these throughout as well. That goes into the sternum strap, which we'll get into in a minute. You have 2 mesh pockets here on both sides. which do fit an iPhone, which is handy enough if you did want to keep that with you. And then on the inside here, there is like a little bit of a loophole, which to my imagination is maybe where you put your capture clip. I'm not too sure. I really want to double check with them and make sure. Maybe I'll create a short on it if that is something that someone's interested in, on how to attach that. I did try to fiddle about with it, and it was literally like, I don't know, it was wrecking my brain to try, and I had to like watch a video and it was just taking forever. So if that is something you're interested in, let me know below and then I'll try and figure it out. Even if I have to message the team and be like, here, how the hell do I get that there on? I will do that. And then I can show you a video of that. That might be helpful. I don't know if it goes up here in there. Where does it go? Right, so then you have these two sternum straps. Two, if one wasn't good enough, you've got two. What you can do is unloop them here if you want, and reattach them to any position within this little daisy chained loophole, which I'm not a fan of because I like a retractable, but here you've got two, so you can't really complain. This little system is like all their other little strap systems. You kind of hook grip it around in, she says, like that, and then you can tighten it in. These are rather thin, so it's nice that you do have two. You can play about with that. I'll show you that on the fit check as well for you, so you can kind of see. And if you don't want them, then you can stow them away. You could even stow them away in the mesh pocket and keep an eye on them so you don't lose them. Or you could just never see them again. It's really up to you. In terms of the padding, it is really well padded. Sufficient padding, as mentioned, thicker here on the top. The same padding runs onto the back system as well. There is nice airflow. You've got panels. It's kind of like a stretchy-ish mesh, which is nice. And then you just have a little bit of a different material here onto the bottom as well. Now, it's not included, but it is the hip belt. Comes in like this little sleeve. It is compatible with their 25 litre and their 45 litre. You don't really need it for a 25 litre, I have to say. You just, it's really going to be dependent on how long you're going to be using this, like at how long you're going to have it on your back basically, but otherwise you don't really need it, and I haven't been using it, but I'm going to show you how to fit it. So it's nice that it comes in that little pouch. Keep it all neat together. Let me just show you the kind of external features you have. You do have gaps in here. You can stow away some of the dangles so it's not faffing about. This is the kind of hardware that you've got that just helps you adjust it to your own build. You've got a little loophole here should you need it. Then a little bit of gap here as well for whatever you might need there. I've also got this. I've cracked it. Is this where my capture clip goes? Anyways, so you've got this here, and you have the mesh. You've got the lovely mesh that runs on the same for the straps. You've got that on the back. You've got that here as well. On this one, you've got a pocket. Handy enough. Does it fit a phone? Yes, fits an iPhone. Now getting these on, this is my second thing. It's not the smoothest. So if I start fighting the camera, it's because I've lost all will to live. Sure, it's really not going to pick it up, which is fantastic. Is this system in the back? You see this little clip? Yeah. Well, you gotta get this clip into that clip on the other side. As mentioned, you can kind of find a way to hide this dangle in through the little holes that they have. So I'm just showing you here. You've got this clippable system. All great hardware. I do enjoy. You can kind of fit this how you want. Nice padding, kind of rotational. Maybe it would have been nice for that to rotate into the back instead of me having to clip and unclip it. Then I could wing it on out whenever I want it. Let me know what you think. That's how that goes, and then you have that. We'll get a bit more into that with the fit check, but the same kind of padding, same kind of comfort as well. Then what you can add on is the Rainfly. There is one that you can get for the 45 litre as well. This will just go over the backpack, which is handy enough. You can kind of stow that away or stow it onto your 20 million straps. You could have it hanging if you wanted to as well. Okay, let's get cracking on with kind of packing this up. We can get in, right? Let's say we're putting in our laptop. Yeah, right. That's in there, but this space we want to pack out with the camera cube. Now the camera cube that is compatible with this is called the medium, which just confused the crap out of me because are you small or are you medium, and then I realized maybe it's that conjoined together. As mentioned, I won't be packing this out because I haven't used it, and that's the God's honest truth. What you get, if that makes sense. You can clip those on to this. You've got this. Is that what that there's for? I'm just winging that. I'm hoping that's what that is, right? But anyways, let's get into the packing of it. You could have it open like this. It does not go in long ways. Long ways? Whatever way that is. It goes in this way. So kind of does take up most of the space, I'm not gonna lie. So you could even, if you were not too keen and you wanted to just close this off, like so, you were like, well, that's not enough, I need more camera gear, then I'm trying to think, would this extra small fit in? This is an extra small cube. This goes well with their 7-liter sling. Again, you've got those little attachment points. Wonder if you did that. See, now if you have that much camera gear, wow, fair play to you. You absolutely could, right? And that's that. Say we're going all out, we're just doing camera gear, chargers, all that. You could absolutely do that. Are we missing a side access compartment to our camera gear though, if we're gonna do that? Do you know what I mean? Because they have that on the other backpacks as well. So that's something that we're missing. Now what they've gone ahead and sent as well is the packing cubes. They've got the ultra light mesh packing cube. Now if you're into packing cubes, knock yourself out with these bad boys, because I have to say I've had their packing cubes before and they're great. This is a wee tiny one. The XX small, do you know what I'm feeling for you? Is definitely like smaller electronic gear. AirPods, tripod, got a charger, got a lead, SD cards. I'm used to having those like little pouches for those, but this is good enough if you wanted to have a little bit of organization. Then you have these kind of meshed packing cubes, which is handy enough because then you can kind of see and be like, oh yeah, that's the packing cube I put all my crap into. There we go. And I want you at the top of this in here. So plenty of room. Now that takes up quite a chunk of the bag. That's 2 top, 3 tops, jacket, which I could probably place up here. Pair of jeans, jumper. Could we squeeze another pair of jeans in? Okay. Actually can get quite a lot. Works well. No. There we go. Secured in. Does get tight like a bag would if you are completely packing it on up. So I'm going to get into that pocket. Why do I have an issue with that? It's so simple. Yeah, I'm clumsy. Now I need to place things down here. This space, as you can see, can kind of get tight then when you're packing it up. Purse and passport, which I'm not too happy about placing in here, but I guess because it is, well, suction now, should be grand. You do have that extra liters if you need it. It actually is not too bad for the front. I mean, it's kind of worse on camera. Taken to the shape of whatever's in there. Now, you could place ID in there if you wanted to. That's a bit safer for you. These pockets do get a bit tight. Go to this pocket, still very tight because I packed it out. Got our key lash. I'm just gonna weigh this so then you have a bit of a rough idea as to how much it weighs with all that stuff in it. About 7.5 kg for what I have in it right now. I mean, that's awful, but you get the gist, is that you can extend this if you want to. It just makes it super easy to add on to this backpack as well. If there is anything, this is it pretty much just packed out. If there is anything that you would like to see and I can help in any ways, just let me know and I will either give you photos or try and do a wee video for you. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, see how it feels on the female body. They are saying that they've gotten this right and that comfortability is, so we'll be able to give you that honest G right now. It's giving rigid, 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 rigid. I'm feeling you on my neck. It's just gonna take a bit of time to warm up to these. Now, do they curve around the aisle? Girls, yes they do. Now let's get these double sternum straps pointed in here. Here we are. Now, just if you're on the aisle bralette or a tank top or whatever, just be aware that they're rubs on your wee skin. If you're wearing something like this, then it's absolutely grand. Really comfortable. I like how it flats here. Now this is what we need, is the flat. I need this to be flat on me. Well done. Mesh and all is lovely. There is a bit of airflow as well. It's grand, it's comfortable. This is what it's like on me. I'm gonna show you with the hip belt now. I love that I can pull this right in. Just wondering, we could have done with a little bit of dangle stoppers. I can't see past my rolls. I'm gonna have to do a bit of this. Really digging the whole flat because there is no gaps. There is no gaps. We love it. It's not bugging out. It's not bugging out. Okay, right, this is what it's like on me with the hip belt on. Very comfortable. It doesn't look, I'm not looking at myself going, gorgeous. It's comfortable. And that's what you want. So for a wee airline test, let me tell you and let me tell you no more. Your gal wanted to take this with her to London to use as a personal item, and thanked the Lord above that I had this with me, because I put it into that and realised, well, that's not going to work because there is no flexibility here on the back. You don't have that room to kind of shove it in a bit more. Now these are the requirements for EasyJet, and I hear you, it's not going to fit with this here tripod. So let's take this yarn on out. What we're going to do is show you what I meant, and this is not going to fit. Now you could go ahead and try and get away with it, because as I always mentioned, it really just depends on the day, the people, whether they're checking or not. Why I say thankfully that I checked it here is because they weren't checking whenever I was going to London. I ended up using the code of Belle, their backpack, which worked like a wee dream, but this kind of just draws to the eye as well, with it being like a beautiful color too. This is not going to fit as a personal item for EasyJet. So you imagine then for kind of, I mean, you could shove it. I'm not risking shoving this in because of the material, but it's stuck because of the rigid back. You'd imagine then for like Ryanair or Aer Lingus, it ain't going to fit for that too. Does it fit as a carry-on? Yeah, but you might as well wait and see for the full review on the 45 litre as to whether it fits as a carry-on. You might as well go up one. Okay, for the water test, this is great. Nothing is seeping into this backpack, especially with the seams here. The only moment will take a bit longer to dry if you do get them wet is the back system and the straps. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pros are that the front kangaroo pouch can fit a 3 litre hydration pack, and it can be pulled through to the straps as well, so just making it easier for you to have it on the go. A pro for me, just personally, I'm in love with this colour. I haven't seen it yet, and I just think it goes very well. Okay, some cons to think about. Load lifters. Would have loved to have seen that with this. A wee hidden pocket. I definitely miss it. Something here on the back would have been nice. I'm intrigued to know, for like a hiking point of view, is this too much or is it enough? Let me know in the comments. I'm intrigued to know. So that is the end of our review for this 25 litre. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander on the Kickstarter and you're thinking, bit of me, we would be forever grateful if you could use the links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!